Change at Oglethorpe by Peter Morfoot, starring Peter Davison and Michael Williams. Episode 4. Remember, Remember, the 5th of September.
Right, June, how much do I owe you? You'll wear that mirror out, keep looking at yourself.
Oh, right. 2 guests who's coming to dinner, specials and 3 pots of tea. That's £7.40 altogether.
Thanks very much, love. Right, I must start thinking about making a move. Doreen Stilton's coins are waiting for me at salon.
Lucky you.
Stilton. I tell you, if anybody had an appropriate name, I'm sure it's her feet that's wilted my rubber plant. I have wondered about a gas mask, but you have to think of your ambience, haven't you?
Certainly have. You know, I'm sure I've got more laughter lines this morning.
I'm going to break that mirror. 7 years bad luck or not.
I've never noticed them before.
Appeared overnight, did they? You must have had a particularly hilarious dream to fetch them out.
I did have a dream, actually, and it certainly wasn't hilarious. It was one of those dreams in which time is all mixed up. I was about 20, but everything else was as it is now. I was swimming off the beach at Malibu, wearing that flame-red bikini I modelled in Suntan Motion 1965, when all at once I got into difficulties. Instantly, a bronze lifeguard leapt from his tower, shot across the sand, dived into the surf, and started cutting majestically through the waves towards me. He was by my side in a flash. Then, just as he was about to envelop me in his powerful arms, I suddenly turned into Judith Chalmers wearing an orange safari suit.
Judith Chalmers? Not a lot of laughter there, admitted. Then what happened?
He swam off and left me to drown.
You can't blame the lad.
But what do you think it all means?
You're bonkers, June.
Thanks.
I don't know. You're the expert on the occult and that.
Dream interpretation is not really the occult, is it? More of a psychological science.
Well, you could read up on it.
Yes. Perhaps I should widen my knowledge on several fronts. Everything else is getting wider.
Hang on. I know that one.
10 seconds.
Shut your noise. You had at least a minute for each question.
5 seconds.
David, as quiz inquisitor extraordinaire, exert your authority.
1 second.
Belt up points.
Belt up. You're supposed to say, here's your start of a 10. It's good, but it's not right. No conferring, and stuff like that.
Let's have a bit of hush.
Have to hurry, yeah?
That's more like it.
I got it. Polkar and Terry Johnson with Sing Little Birdie.
Correct.
There you are.
Great.
Right, scores level. It's all on the last question. So, points to win the Oglethorpe Daily Examiner Quiz of the Week. Show business. What was the real name of that legendary star of stage and screen, Miss Ginger Rogers?
Nuts.
So, Ginger Rogers' real name was Ginger Nuts. No wonder she changed it. And now on BBC Two, it's time for that classic musical, Swing Time, with Fred Astaire and Ginger Nuts.
No, nuts 'cause I didn't know it, man.
You see, if it's not football, TV or pop music, it doesn't know now.
The answer is Virginia McMath.
Virginia McNaff, more like.
Sour grapes, if ever I tasted them.
And so, as the sun rises over the gasworks, I declare the contest a tie.
Pint of bitter apiece, then.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hey, look at this. Pennine TV, 10:30 tonight, film Catwalk Olay with Mark Summer and Susan Kent, 1966. Isn't that one of the films June was in?
It was.
Well, not good, eh?
All the films were rank. And I don't mean J. Arthur either.
Well, not all of them, surely.
But what's it say about it in the paper?
Hang on. Let me see. Gerard Revell's Film Guide, Catwalk Olay. Here we are. Swinging London fashion set, fly to Costa Brava for photo shoot. Blow up it isn't. Strictly for mascara enthusiasts and one-time mop tops. Rating, too dire to merely quantify.
Did he like it or didn't he?
He didn't, but you can't go by that. It's time for a cup of tea, I think. We can tell June about the movie, if she hasn't already seen the paper.
Right. Flasks out.
What's this?
Not off to Cath this morning.
You practically live in Brief Encounter Rocket. What's brought this on?
It's 5th of September.
So what's that? National Boycott Cinema Theme Cafe Day or something?
Oh, might as well be, man. It's June's birthday.
June's birthday?
It's still well clear to June on her birthday. Generally, that's when I've got a stomachache or something, so I don't have to go into Cath.
Uh-huh. I take it this is a cunning variation on a negative reinforcement strategy, Rocket.
Eh?
Yes. June, a former glamorous starlet, now in her middle years, is quite probably sensitive about her age. To someone like that, a birthday isn't so much a site of celebration as one of anxiety. Realising this, you opt not to give her a well-meaning but potentially demoralising birthday present card or even greeting. Or does the phrase tight-fisted old git have more to do with it?
Now we'll have less of that. My generosity is well known in these parts.
Oh, who by?
You, for one. Don't I always put a 10p in that tin for distressed railmen outside ticket of it?
Aye, and it's always the same 10p an hour.
Foresee me being magnanimous, and then they followed suit.
How much was in there last time we emptied it?
10p.
Right.
You know, the reason I was staying out of June's way this morning has naught to do with brats. I defy anybody to go into that caff today and enjoy even a packet of crisps with June moping around with a face like a wet weekend in Barnsley. Folk don't want it, you know. I'd rather have me snapping here.
Whatever happened to a friend in need is a friend indeed. One for all and all for one.
Dog Tunyon? Hey, I used to love that one. A one for all and all for one. Muscat hounds are always ready.
Points, sometimes...
What, man?
Never mind. I bet the reason June mopes around on her birthday is that no one ever appears to remember. Well, I am going to change all that.
Oh, hello, David. Tea?
No, thanks, not stopping. Just off to the village to get my railway magazine. Special on named passenger services of the old Great Western this month.
Ah, yes. The Cornish Riviera Express is my favourite. So romantic sounding, isn't it?
I think the Cheltenham Flyer takes a lot of beating myself. Yes, indeed. June,
David, I've been meaning to ask you... You first.
No, after you.
Oh, well, I was thinking that it would be wonderful, and I'm sure I speak for everyone, if you would be prepared to share your great knowledge with us and give a lecture. Say, in here on Sunday, when we're all off duty.
I did keep my notes from the senior geo training scheme, but it's all very boring.
Oh, I didn't mean a lecture on the current rail scene. I meant a lecture on something you rarely know about.
Ah, I could give you an illustrated talk on the history of railways in the Weymouth area, my home patch. I've got some terrific slides and photos, and an interactive exhibit, my model railway. Even got a working fish dock for sprats.
I didn't mean a lecture on railways of any period. I meant an art lecture.
An art lecture?
Yes. Perhaps with slides. Is there a problem?
You see, when I left LMU, I more or less made up my mind not to involve myself in all of that again.
Why?
To cut a long story short, June, it drove me crazy. I'm fine now, obviously.
Obviously.
But it was the pressure, you see. Academic life in the 90s isn't what it was. Unmanageable student numbers, having to hit ever-increasing targets with ever-decreasing resources and so on. But it wasn't just that. It was the subject. The history and theory of art. I taught critical approaches. An intellectual version of the Emperor's New Clothes it was. Flavour of the month ideas elevated into nonsensical high-flown theories that then become transcendent holy laws with which no one dares to disagree. Still come out in a cold sweat when I think about it now. I tell you, if I ever had to talk about paradigms of structuration, pro-fictive syntagms, or counter-displaced bifurcations again, I go so far round the bend I'd never come back. So I'm sorry, June. Giving an art lecture is totally, completely, absolutely out of the question.
I thought you might just show us some of your favourite paintings and say why you like them.
Oh, I could do that.
Marvellous. I look forward to it enormously.
Good.
Oh, what were you going to ask me?
Actually, just before that, may I say you're looking especially nice today, June?
Really?
Yes, I mean, you always do, but there's just that little extra something about you today.
You haven't heard that it's my...
Heard it's your what?
Oh, my, guess who's coming to dinner special day. People have been known to offer me bribes to ensure I save them some.
I had no idea. But that brings me on to what I wanted to ask you. Having enjoyed everything from your breakfast at Tiffany's to your some-like-it hot pots, I thought it was about time I returned the favour. How does supper Chez David this evening sound?
Like a glorious symphony.
I don't know about that, but at least it'll make a change from your cooking. If you see what I mean.
Oh, David.
About 8:30, then?
Wonderful.
Flowers for Miss Virgo.
Oh,
Oh, I'll get them, June. Oh, thanks.
Oh, David, they're lovely.
I wonder who these can be from.
I wonder.
Very nice. Well, I must be off. I'll see you at lunchtime and save me some pie.
Thank you, David, for everything. I'll save you some pie. Oh, my magic pyramid and wand. At last my wish may come true, and his heart be ready to woo. May he succumb to my charms, enfold me in his arms, and then know just what to do. More of a limerick than an incantation, but never mind. Wand, make true what I ask of you. Right, let's see what the tarot holds in store.
Right, table laid, gazpacho ready, everything prepared for the paella, dry sherry.
Hey, not a bad gaff, this, man.
Haven't you been here before?
Not inside. One dinner time, the bloke before you, Mr. Groves. You had a really bad do and brief encounter. Me and Rocket wound up having to carry him back here.
Not food poisoning, I hope?
Pissed. Terrible state he was in. Couldn't get him in the house, so had to stick him in the coal hole. Now, the following day turns up for work, right? No, sorry for putting you to all that trouble. Cheers for sorting us out, lads. No, nothing. I admitted the coal man had tipped 400 weight of nutty slack on his head first thing, but fair dues.
No gratitude, some people. Pass those tapas bowls.
What, these ones?
Yep.
Hey, talking of gratitude, we've this birthday due. I didn't reckon June's going to be exactly ecstatic about it, man.
She was as delighted at the prospect earlier as a young girl with...
A new rancid cack CD. That's what I want for my birthday. Come April the 18th, by the way.
I must make a point of forgetting that nearer the time.
Anyways, what brilliant gift idea did you come up with for June in the finish?
Notelets.
Notelets? What, them punsy little letter things?
Yes. Well, it's just a token present.
Ugh, you can say that again. If the ghosts of Christmas past, present and future start knocking around tonight, well, now why won't we?
A Dickens reference. I'm impressed. Hang on. I'm no Scrooge, thank you very much.
Notelets?
Well, you weren't even going to say many happy returns.
I got thinking about what you said.
Steady.
I've come up with a cracking present now, like...
I also purchased select wines and produced an elaborate meal, you know? Both with an authentic Spanish flavour to complement Catwalk Olé later, which, by the way, we are all going to sit down and watch with rapt and appreciative attention, even if it is a load of old Toro Murdos. That is also my birthday gift to June. What are you giving her?
A trip to Florida?
Right.
Here's the ticket.
It looks genuine.
Thomas Cook, man.
Well, all right. So you're giving her an all-expenses-paid trip to Florida?
For two? Flying Concorde, look.
Flying Concorde, yes, I can see that. How could you possibly be offering her this?
Ways and means, man, ways and means. Hey, I'll tell you what. Maybe June will be able to combine my two presents. When she gets to Disney World, she could send us a notelet.
I don't believe it. This dysfunctional Geordie bit isn't a front, is it, Points? You're not really called Louise Poyntington Smythe, an aristocrat taking part in a Princess and the Pauper-style role reversal experiment, are you? Or an actress engaged in protracted character research or something?
Oh, I knew someone would catch me out sooner or later.
What?
Oh, naff off, man.
Oh, God for that.
Won the tickets in a Spot the Ball competition, but the week you've got to go clashes with the Cup final.
Oh.
Not the FA, the Carter Sauce League, where the holders, the wagon.
And there was no cash alternative, obviously. Well, I must say...
Cash alternative? Yeah, I never thought of that.
Ooh.
I couldn't buy them notelet off you, could I? I haven't got out for June now, and you have lavished all this booze and grub and that on her, haven't you?
You'll just have to look cheap, Point. Sorry.
Oh, thanks. I'll get her something decent tomorrow. A biro, maybe.
Pass me those candles. No, behind you, the little ones, to go on the cake. You'll be up for a chorus of Happy Birthday when I carry it in, won't you?
Aye. Hey, I couldn't have a bit now, could I? I'm starving.
Certainly not. Try some tapas.
Right. Oh, good. What are they?
Deep-fried squid tentacles.
Oh!
Oh. How thoughtful of you not to sully my new bin liner.
Oh, thank God for that.
So there's a dustpan and brush.
Okay. I'm looking forward to seeing Rocket tackle some of this stuff. Where's he got to, by the way?
Operating my model railway upstairs.
Haven't you two had enough of trains at work?
One can never have enough of trains, Points. When a man is tired of trains,
And when a man is tired of trains, what?
he's tired of life. It's a bastardization.
Certainly is. Let's face it, you've got to be a bit of a sad old git to get a pants-dropping thrill off a train, haven't you? No offence, like.
None taken.
David, your fish dock.
Yes, took weeks of careful work, that did.
Your sprats are overscale.
No, they are not.
Oh, yes, they are.
They are exactly 1/72nd.
No, sorry.
Sorry, nothing. Those sprats are spot on.
Hey, you two sprat prats. Shut it. Grown fellas arguing about the size of toy fish.
Model fish. Precision engineered 00 scale.
Bloaters.
That's June. Bloaters.
Well, they're too big for sprat.
Never mind. Right, remember, when I hang June's coat up, I'll turn off the lights.
Yes, but do we have to?
Get in a party mood, and that's an order. June, how nice.
Thank you, David.
Come in. Well, here we are. Lovely evening, isn't it?
Oh, perfect. Oh, so this is where you live?
This is where I live, yes. I'll just hang your coat up.
Oh. Oh.
Plunged into darkness again. That damn fuse box.
Don't worry, David. Where are you, you naughty?
Surprise!
Oh, no.
You didn't think we were going to let your birthday go by without celebrating it, did you?
Oh.
June.
She's overcome.
Oh, well, Pet, look at the spread we've laid on.
Nah, sit your son down.
Place of honour, June. Head of the table.
David, how could you?
It's nothing. Rocket 4 dry sherry.
We'll go.
You'll notice a Spanish flavour to the celebrations tonight, June.
A viva squid tentacle.
There's a very special reason for that, actually.
David, I thought that tonight would be...
Just a simple supper for two, I know.
Lad, here.
Yes?
You've slipped up. You've forgotten to put a light on the soup.
Gazpacho is a cold soup, Rocket.
Cold soup? What the hell will they think of next?
Sorry, June. As I was saying, the reason for the gazpacho, the tapas... have you tried the stuffed olives, by the way?
No.
Oh, well, I do recommend them.
Do you?
Yes. Well, anyway, the reason for all this, and there's paella and helado de la pina to follow, is that at 10:30 this evening, Pennine TV is showing da-da-da-da-da, Catwalk Olay.
Catwalk Olay?
And we're all going to sit down and watch it together.
Oh. Well, that will be nice.
Some sherry, June?
Thank you.
So, 1966. World Cup winning year, that man. England, England, England. 4-2, 4-2,
Points.
4-2. Eh? Oh, aye. Yeah, June's film was probably just as big a thing, like, really.
Just need to get something from the kitchen. Won't be a minute.
Catwalk Olay, eh?
Yes, we had a lot of fun making that one.
Nearly 30 years ago. Hey, bet you weren't half bad looking then, June, eh? Starlet and that. Right cracker.
Then?
What? Oh, well, not that you're exactly an old bag now, are you? Not at all. No, you don't look like an old bag a bit, does you, Rocket? No, definitely not. What? Mutton dressed as lamb? Never. Never said that, have a Rocket?
Your sherry's bored, David.
Either of we. Horny old scrubber? That's really nasty. The bloke that sent that wants a good kicking. And as for rancid old coffin knocker, I'll smash their faces in the next time I see them, I'll tell you now.
Would you pass that tea tray, Point?
Certainly, June. Ow, me head!
Happy birthday. Come on, you two.
By gum. Some heat's coming off them candles.
Happy birthday.
Would you like the tray treatment as well, Rocket?
No, thank you.
All together. Happy birthday
Happy
to
birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Briefing counter.
Miss Virgo, Arthur Sod.
Mr. Sod.
Well, firstly, a very happy birth yesterday to you.
Thank you.
I trust the flowers arrived in good order.
You mean you sent the flowers?
Yes, just a token from area office in recognition of all you've done in bringing a certain glamour to higher Oglethorpe station.
Oh, Thank you, Mr. Sod. That's very nice of you. And the bouquet was lovely.
Good. And I see there was a potentially fitting birthday tribute from Pennine TV as well.
Hardly.
Yes, I couldn't believe it when they cut your scene.
Neither could I. 1966, how time flies.
January 67 was the actual release date, wasn't it? Just before you made Coffee Bar Crowd with Adam Faith. So they tell me.
I never knew you were a film buff, Mr. Sod.
Yes, I like a good film. Anyway, I must go.
Mr. Sod, I don't know whether you'll be interested, but Mr. Clare is going to give us an art lecture here on Sunday. You'll be very welcome to join us. There will be light refreshments.
Oh, I'd be delighted. I'm not much of an art buff, I should tell you, but it would be very nice. It would be very nice.
Fine. 2:30, we thought.
Excellent. Well, see you then.
And thank you again, Mr. Sod.
My pleasure, I assure you. I'll say au revoir then, Miss Virgo. Au revoir.
Till Sunday, then.
Oglethorpe, Sludgeby train. Anyway, where were we?
I don't know what you're worried about. Lass enjoyed her tea, didn't she? She's more than I did, by the way.
Hey, the paella was very tasty, I thought.
Thank you, Points, but it's how June reacted to the evening that's the issue.
I just seem to get a bang out of your notelets.
Yes. What about your gift, Rocket?
What? A lot of folk would give their eye teeth to have one of them.
A passport-sized snapshot of one of your pigeons taken in a photo booth?
Very handsome bird is Nigel, I'll have you know.
Pity all you could see of him was his raised tail then, wasn't it?
Wasn't his fault. Them flashes going off upset him.
I wasn't blaming Nigel.
But don't go on at me. Points didn't get to you now.
I put that right this morning. Byro's, pack of 6, actually.
We were all guilty in one way or another.
It wasn't our fault they missed out that bit of catwalk holiday that June was in.
Ah, yes, the cruelest cut of all. What this all boils down to is we've got to make it up to June, and Sunday is the day to do it. This is a bit of a long shot, but somebody who could be very useful owes me one from my university days.
Another vol au vent, Mr. Sod?
Oh, I don't mind if I do. And do call me Arthur, Miss Virgo.
June.
Oh,
David,
very.
when do you want the other one brought in, like?
After I've shown a few art slides.
Yeah, but when exactly?
I'll use a code word.
How about Gaza? That'll get me attention.
Yes, but what does Gaza have to do with art?
He's a genius.
Maybe, but how do you expect me to bring him in? Let's look at this moving Rembrandt self-portrait of 1640. Never realised it before, but he doesn't look a thing like Gaza, does he? I don't think so.
No, it's not what he looks like, it's what he does. He's heading, he's dribbling, he's long balls, he's short balls.
I'm sure his balls are fantastic, but the same principle applies.
All right. How about Rancid Cack? You should be able to get that in easy enough, man. Who was that bloke from round here who did them big sculptures with the holes in them?
That bloke was Henry Moore, one of the most influential artists of the century.
Aye, well, you could say some reckon old Henry's stuff was brilliant, but others thought it was a right load of old rancid cack.
I see you're a devotee of the binary opposition school of analysis, Points.
Maybe's I am, maybe's I'm not. But what do you think?
I think I prefer Gaza.
Great.
Are we going to start soon? Haven't got all day, you know.
Yes, all set. Ready, June, Mr. Sod?
Oh, yes, thank you, David.
Fire away.
Hold on to your refreshments, everybody. Turn out the lights, Points. Thanks. Now, June wanted me to talk about a few of my favourite paintings and explain what I think makes them special. The first one
Oh, lovely.
is in the National Gallery. It's a Titian.
A what?
A Titian.
We all fall down. Thank you.
Good enough, Punch.
Cheers.
Yes, does anybody have any idea what the subject of this painting might be?
Yes, death of action, isn't it?
Yes.
1-0.
How did you know that? And who said we were scoring?
Make it more bearable, won't it? Couple of pints on first to 5.
You're on. How did you know?
The wife has it on a tea towel.
Surprised you've ever seen that.
Use it to wipe my fishing bait box, aren't we?
Yes. Getting back to the slide, Actaeon was a huntsman who accidentally came upon the goddess Diana and her handmaidens bathing in a woodland pool.
That's his story.
Diana was with viewpoints. She turned him into a stag and had his own hounds tear him to pieces.
Oh, dear.
That's the way to treat him, man.
Now we come to this wonderful...
Don't tell us. Andy Warhol.
No. And it wasn't Titian again either, Rocket.
Still 1-0 to me, then.
It's a Matisse.
It's a rush job, whoever it's by.
Mr. Sod, do you have a comment on this one?
It's It's very pretty painting, isn't it? The boats and the water and so on.
I agree. There's a very strong element of just pure pleasure there, isn't there?
Oh, David.
Yes, by Gaza there is. Points. Points.
Oh, aye. About time and all. Been at this over an hour, haven't I?
If you look at the sloping masts of the boats...
Boats? Wouldn't catch me going out fishing in one of them.
That's the point, though, isn't it, David? The boats look basically like boats, but they're also decorative shapes. Bit like a patchwork quilt in a way.
A very acute observation.
Thank you. Oh, no.
Oh, have I got a Dicky slide projector on my hands, David?
Looks that way, Points.
Oh, dear.
Don't worry, June. We now have an addition to the programme.
Oh, we're having a film as well.
Wait and see.
It's Catwalk Olay.
The missing scene.
Oh.
I'm telling you, Mandy, if you don't go out onto that catwalk, you'll never model for me again.
You don't expect me to go out there in this rag?
You tell the bugger, June. Shh.
Wow, June, you look great.
My way or highway, baby.
All right, then. Here, you can wear it yourself.
Get him off!
Disgusting.
It's racy stuff, June.
Hey, Madonna wasn't the first with the old pointy bra look.
They were all like that then. Underwear has come a long way since, I must say.
It's yet further to go with some than others, isn't it?
Clip number 2.
Scooters a go-go.
An all-time classic.
Darling.
Fancy a ride on my Vespa.
Oh, not half I would. Where are you going?
Where do you want to
Where do you want to go?
Points. Arthur Sod knows the dialogue.
Weird. We had to shoot that 4 times. I kept falling off the back.
Clip number 3.
Oh, marvellous.
Oh, suntan motion, my favourite.
Yeah, Craig. Makes Baywatch look like EastEnders, man.
What a stunning bikini, June. Was it really that colour?
Not really. The Technicolor process made it look a shade hotter. Oh, here comes dear Mark.
Oh, aye.
Big heartthrob at the time. He wore a wig, actually.
No.
Oh, look. Watch for the beach ball.
The 4 races won't be the same without you, Jen.
The froth's gone out of this coffee bar, Steve. Now I'm going with it.
On that dramatic note.
That's all, folks. Oh, that hour and a half has flown by.
Oh, is that all?
You know, June, you look hardly a day older than you did in them clips.
Oh, you are a sweetie, Arthur. Thank you so much, David, for arranging that for me.
My pleasure.
And do thank your friend at the British Film Institute. It must have taken him hours to prepare that compilation.
I will.
I have to say that my birthday didn't turn out quite the way I had hoped, but I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed this afternoon.
We've all enjoyed it, June.
Really? Then let's watch it all again. Lace up the projector.
Excellent idea.
I especially love those sequences with candy floss kisses with dear Charlie Bronson. Oh, hurry up, David.
Yes,
Sit down, Points.
I've got further practice tonight, man.
You too, Rocket.
Oh, good God.
He just finished a Cold War spy movie in which he played a KGB hitman called The Red
The
Reminder.
Red Reminder, aye.
And he kept this big moustache he'd grown for the part. Enter the candy floss.
Oh.
Imagine trying to play love scenes with Joseph Stalin in pink sticky whiskers. Anyway, after the first week of shooting, all us girls said to the director that if he didn't...
In episode 4 of Change at Oglethorpe, David was played by Peter Davison, Rocket by Michael Williams, June by Rosemary Martin, Points by Philippa Wilson, Hattie by Madge Hindle, and Mr. Sod by Chris Emmett. Change at Oglethorpe was written by Peter Morfoot and produced by Gareth Edwards.